आपण आलो आहोत युनिव्हर्सल स्टुडिओ कॅलिफोर्नियामध्ये. तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी दिसत असेल लोअर लॉट असं लिहिलेली कमान. तिथून आपल्याला खाली जायचं आहे स्टुडिओ टूरसाठी.
स्टुडिओ टूरला जाते.
चला आपण आता जात आहोत स्टुडिओ टूरला. तुम्ही पण बघा आणि एन्जॉय करा. ओके. आणि हे बघा
What's up, friends? Welcome down. So happy to see you. We're celebrating our 60th birthday here at the Studio Tour. The Studio Tour started in 60 years now. We're very excited. We've got some extra special 60th celebration stuff on our tour today. So if you haven't been back to the tour on the tour, you won't know any different at all. It'll just be movie magic galore, okay? So straight ahead, under our Studio Tour sign, we have a 70-minute wait. While you're waiting in our line, so that when you get on the tram, you're fully comfortable and can enjoy the whole.
चला जाऊया आपण स्टुडिओ टूर साठी. चला 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 पट. त्या साईडला एक्सप्रेस लाईन, या ठिकाणी जनरल लाईन. चला भयंकर कडक ऊन आहे. 40 डिग्री टेम्परेचर. 40 डिग्री 100 फॅरेनहाइट. आम्हाला वाटलं लॉस एंजलमध्ये उन्हाळा नसेल, पण टेक्सास सारखाच उन्हाळा या ठिकाणी आम्हाला जाणवत आहे. खूपच कडक ऊन आहे. भयंकर. बघितलं का? हे बघा करण्यासाठी किती गर्दी. हे जनरलमध्ये आम्ही उभं आहोत आणि ते एक्सप्रेसमध्ये.
स्टुडिओ टूरला 60 ते 70.
पूर्ण ही स्टुडिओ टूर आहे ती 1 तासाची आहे आणि 1 तास लाईनमध्ये फिरायचं आहे आपण. 2 तासाचे टूर. असं याच्यात आपल्याला बसून जायचं आहे.
22 टाइम्स
आपण याच्यात बसून जाणार. चला आपण आता लाईनमध्ये पुढे पुढे जाऊया. आपण आता एक्सप्रेसच्या लाईनपर्यंत येऊन पोहोचलेलो आहोत. या ठिकाणी मस्त एक्सप्रेस ज्यांचे तिकीट आहेत त्यांच्यासाठी कवर्ड असं छान आहे. आणि या ठिकाणी गोल हे दिसतंय व्हाईट, त्या ठिकाणी लिहिलेलं आहे 60 to 70 मिनिटाची ही टूर आहे. या ठिकाणी मस्त फॅन आहेत, कूलर आहेत, छान थंड थंड हवा येताना तुम्हाला दिसत असेल. तर जनरलवाल्यांसाठी ही सुविधा नाही आहे, फक्त एक्सप्रेसवाल्यांसाठी ही सुविधा आहे. छान. हे बघा या ठिकाणी मस्त थंड थंड हवा येते. आपल्याला जनरलमध्ये वरती डोक्यावर छतही नव्हतं आणि थंड हवाही नव्हती. भरपूर आपल्याला चटके बसलेले आहेत उन्हाचे. लाईनमध्ये जाता जाता हे 3D गॉगल्स या ठिकाणी ठेवलेले असतात. त्यातनं एक आपल्यासाठी एक आपण घ्यायचं आहे. चला आता आपण थंड थंड हवेची मजा घेऊया आणि पुढे पुढे जाऊया. याच्यात काही जास्त वेटिंग नाही आहे. आपण आता जवळच आलो आहे. एक्सप्रेसचे तिकीट असतात त्यांना जास्त काही वेट करावं लागत नाही. या ठिकाणीच एक एक्सप्रेसचं ऑफिस असतं, त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला तिकीटं मिळतात. आम्ही घ्यायला गेलो पण ते सगळे सोल्ड आउट झालेले होते, तर आम्हाला काही मिळालं नाही. चला थोडंच अंतर राहिलेलं आहे. आपण आता जवळच आलेलो आहोत. या ठिकाणी 3D गॉगल आपण घेतलेले आहेत. हे आपल्याला टूरमध्ये लागणार आहेत.
Studio Tour ambassadors. Once on board the tram and the gates are closed, for your safety and those working at the studio, please remain inside the tram at all times. All set?
When we get the patio, we should put the fog.
During the tour, please keep your arms and all items inside the tram. If you need any kind of guest assistance, for instance, a medical emergency.
या ट्राममधून आपण बसून जाणार आहोत स्टुडिओ टूर पाहण्यासाठी. तर ही अशी असते. तुम्ही या ठिकाणी पाहू शकता. या ट्राममध्ये आपण बसून स्टुडिओ टूर पाहायला जाणार आहोत. तर ही आता निघाली. आपण आता बाय बाय करूया. 1 तास रांगेत उभं राहिल्यानंतर फायनली आपण आता ट्राम ज्या ठिकाणी येते त्या ठिकाणी येऊन पोचलेलो आहोत. आणि आता ट्राम येणार आणि त्यात बसून आपण जाणार.
Disney Animation, and you see it right behind.
1, 2, 3. Can you count? The one is number 19. Whatever.
आम्ही 1 तास गेलेला आहे लाईनमध्ये आणि आता
Thanks to see you. Yeah, Chelsea's got you guys. You don't need to wear it yet. I'll let you know when. I need to move them away from the sides of the tram and towards the center. That is the safest place for them. The tram's going to bounce around a lot. All right, we got you guys those second car. Anybody else need 3D glasses? We good? All right. The gates turned up. You're going to start coming down soon. If you're seated over there, watch your arms and legs. Don't let them come in for coming down. Watch your arms and
60 anniversary आहे आज ह्या टूरची. तर बर्थडे आहे. हॅपी बर्थडे टू स्टुडिओ टूर. हॅपी बर्थडे स्टुडिओ टूर.
We'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
Thank you, Jimmy. So on March 15th, 1915, our founder Carl Leslie invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking. But with the invention of sound and the need for quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. In the 60s, under the leadership of company chairman Crosser, the idea of a live tour of the studio returned for the Greyline bus tours originating in Hollywood made a stop at our gates. On July 15th, 1964, the first of our red and white candy striped glamour trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour up the Universal lot, and the world-famous studio tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 greetings, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lancashire Boulevard. From there, the tour expanded with fantastic one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the Burning House and the Rock Slide, which were in this area a lot back in the 70s and 80s.
असंच दिसणार आहे आता.
Universal globe aging and evolving as we continue down our timeline. Our first group is it's hard to imagine a Universal film monster this way.
Meet the parents? Okay, meet the parents of Felix. The Grinch, yes. I know.
Wicked on Broadway and Wicked the film coming to movie theaters in November. But somebody else who looks here is Illumination, and the head of Illumination, Chris Meledandri.
In the early days of the studio, these bungalows were used as dressing rooms to the stars of Hollywood's golden age. Now, they're used as offices where some of Hollywood's top directors, writers, and producers work their magic to get a production together, including my company, Illumination. At Illumination, we've made some of the most successful animated films in box office history, including Despicable Me, The Lorax, Secret Life of Pets, Minions, Sing, The Grinch, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. And the team is hard at work again as we launch our next film, Despicable Me 4. my favorite. Comes down to this.
That car's license plate said how this.
हे बघा आपली इंडियन गाडी इथे दिसते का?
Well, one thing that hasn't changed has been families sharing this one-of-a-kind behind-the-scenes adventure together.
How about picture card?
We are now leaving the front lot behind. We're officially entering our back lot. Out here on the back lot, the world is around the corner at every turn. This is where we film our exterior scenes on a very large scale. And right now we are inside of our metro sets, our metropolitan city sets. This street we're on right now is actually named New York. But it doesn't have to be New York. It can be any city we dress it up to be. For Hairspray Live, it's Baltimore. For Ted, it's Boston. For the Blues Brothers, it's Chicago. And now we're turning onto the street. It's a very popular filming location called Brownstone Street. It's where Jim Carrey lived in Bruce Almighty. Raise the dog! And in just a second, we're going to go behind Brownstone and we're going to see some very popular sets from the Back to the Future films of Hill Valley. And here to tell us a little bit about that is one of the stars, Leah Thompson, and writer Bob Gale.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square. These sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future films.
And they represented multiple time periods, 1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making those films here on the lot. I wonder what it would be like to go back to those days. Only we had a time machine.
Everybody.
I see the time machine. Now, if you look at the building that's on your screens and the building you're going to see in front of you, it does something a little different. The four columns you see on your screen just go back there and behind the brick wall, because that brick wall and building are not real. This is a set we call a facade. Facade is French for front. This is just the front and the side of the building. We don't have to go to the interior of the building if we can. It's not going to go on the inside because your imagination fills in the rest for us. We have to keep changing the looks of our sets because we want to reuse them, but we don't want you recognizing them. Here's Leah Thompson one more time.
Great Scott! This famous line along with, "Isn't he a dreamboat?" We're right here at Courthouse Square, aka Hill Valley from 1985's Back to the Future. Courthouse Square was also used in Bye Bye Birdie and To Kill a Mockingbird long before my son ever saved the clock tower. And glamour trams have been passing by this same set since 1964. Take a look at some recent productions featuring this iconic location.
Hey, Dor, are you bringing your dolls to school? It's the 90s. Time to change it. Oh, yeah.
To 8 miles an hour. We left Hill Valley behind. We didn't go very far. We crossed the streets of New York, but believe it or not, now we're actually in what we call London Square. This area to your right, past this non-denominational church, we call London Square because the building's in what like Parliament. A little tricky. The bricks and the stones you see, most of those are not real. They're made out of foam rubber, so they're soft and squishy when you touch them. Or they're made out of a fiberglass exterior. Just like our courthouse from Back to the Future, we want to be able to reuse these sets and a ton of different stuff. So we're not going to build them using real bricks. We just have the basic structures of the buildings and we decorate the exteriors however we need, whenever we need. Now some of our metro sets are original facades built back in the 1940s, but what we're in right now, these are newer, redesigned and rebuilt in 2008. And before that, this area was home to a Studio Tour classic. And here is the 2005 star of King Kong, John Black, to tell us what was here.
And self-action. Did you know the Metro retro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original Studio Tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram. So close you could feel his hot banana breath. Is that it? Can't believe that's my last line, and then tram moves on to the next thing?
Yeah, we're going to go to the top of this hill, and at the top you're going to see some more Studio Tour history, our collapsing bridge and our runaway train. The collapsing bridge was a mechanical effect that the trams used to cross. The hydraulic support beams would split and the train would appear to collapse. And the runaway train was originally in our western set, so we start moving towards the tram and come to a screeching halt. This is the Victoria effects made for the tour 15 years ago. You see it over there to your right. Here's a more recent effects made for the tour.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to during the years. I saw that movie on TV when I was about the age of 9 years old. I like films that just take you away beyond real life and sweep you over the edge. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you are dealing with monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
So you gotta get your food boxes ready and make sure you get a good hold on all your belongings. Ready and seated and all your belongings. Please, make sure you get a good hold of yourself, because if something falls out from here, it's really hard to get it back into the very end of the night. And enjoy the ride.
looking in all directions as creatures coming out and they're seeing cars on this side and T-Rexes from the other side. But in the movie, we always know that people are looking straight ahead, looking at the shot that we're working on, and we have to take into account that people looking in all directions also looking for bodies. One direct shot is train driving along through Skull people with the cameras drop. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We really created about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting it to the audience, it's incredible.
So you can take off 3D glasses, but don't use them. Hold on to them. You need them later on in the tour for Fast and Furious Supercharged. Outside of our Metro Set, some of these tradition tricks you see that we saw on the other side of this big wall in our Metro Set. That's for a new show called St. Dennis Medical, starring David Al.
I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies. I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding, graffiti, and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started inside the street illegally, tagging billboards and dumpsters. Without that, I never would be here like this.
Sort of looks like a little bit of distance. Over to your right, all those chairs you see, that's holding for the voice, and they film over to your left inside of these big sound stages. These are newer sound stages. And also to your right, these old Western sets. This is our Western area. We call it 6 Points. We're going to drive past these in a little bit though. So now to your left, again, this water is old. We call it Hollywood Ocean. It was here in 1973 that we added the parting of the Red Sea to the tour, inspired by the classic film, The Ten Commandments, a Paramount movie. The star of the movie, Charlton Heston, made an appearance to part the waters for our guests, and the Glamour Tram drove right through, gave everyone on board a sea level view. That's not all. That water is also the Black Lagoon from the creature from the Black Lagoon. This year is the 70th anniversary of that 3D classic, and it's a part of our legacy of monster movies and horror films that goes from 1931's Dracula to the upcoming Dark Universe at Universal Epic Universe opening next year in Orlando. And it's very appropriate we're talking about all these monsters because now we are headed towards Little Europe. Little Europe is where a lot of the original monster movie films shot their exterior scenes, like the original Frankenstein, the original Dracula. Universal basically invented the monster movie genre back in the late 20s and early 30s when America was going through the Great Depression. But modern day audiences recognize Little Europe as The Good Place, the NBC comedy that starred Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. Fans of that show will recognize the grassy area to your left. That's where all those neighborhood meetings took place. Coming up around the corner to your left, you see the train station they used a lot.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead. This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
How can I help you? What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
That's what Little Europe looked like, bright shiny new and in color. Look at the cast pictures, very like the black and white from the original Frankenstein 1930s All Quiet on the Western Front. That was Universal's very first Best Picture Oscar winner. They also filmed in Little York. That was the streets of Germany for that film. Our most recent Best Picture Oscar winner was just a few months ago, Oppenheimer, written and directed by Christopher Nolan, and that's available to stream on Peacock now. But a little bit more on our monster movie history. That really is what put Universal on the map, and here's some big filmmakers talking about that.
When you think of Universal, you think of monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera.
Classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, balls, it's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. I was just mesmerized by this movie. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
It's still ringing in our memories now.
And here's some of the other monsters we've helped bring to life throughout the years. Monster movie tradition with our annual Halloween Horror Nights event that we do. Now, whenever anybody is filming, it's what we call a hot set. We are getting the green light to go into our very own hot set right now. This is Soundstage 50. They've been shooting a film in here, but every time they go on break, they give us the green light to go in, so you can see what the inside of a soundstage looks like. Make sure you remain seated as we check this out. We're not allowed to stand here very long. This is a rare soundstage. It's 2 stories. There's a street scene built above us with a tanker up there. To the left of the film that's recording, we go to 2nd story frame. There's a scene in the script with the actors being from the tanker above us down the subway steps into the station below. They really wanted to film that in one room at one take. But in order for that to be possible, we have to go to 2nd story because it means the camera follows them the entire way with no cut. So the director asked us that, and of course obliged, and started filming the scene.
पाणी रिअलच होता तिथं फोर्सने आला.
Call the Red Emergency Corps. I'll be back here to help you out. You see more of our rest episodes over here too.
Wild West.
I'll say 6 points because we have 6 streets. But on the matter of fact, I think we've earned ourselves a vacation. Let's go somewhere cool, calm, and peaceful. A place where nothing bad can ever happen. So this is Island, what a great idea.
I thought we were going in the water.
I'm lying, that's where that really good shot that Jaws was, but we have nothing to worry about.
Oh, I tell you, from the beach.
There, and my buddy's village down there, the water fight with God, doing sweet, sure everything's up for you. So they don't catch the right shot.
Oh, sure. It's coming towards the mama. It's gonna jump up now.
A shark that did not do its job very well was Bruce, the mechanical shark from the set of Jaws. On the very first day of filming Jaws, Bruce sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Tell us a little bit about that. Is today's show co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968. Welcome to the only part of the back lot with a 100% chance of winning. The Flash Flood.
Yep, it's raining. You can see that. Have to go the left side of this one. It's just shooting the water up.
I did light the lightning.
It's exactly how we create things for TV and film. It's all about the scenes in a really old part of our life.
पाणी पण आलं लगेच पाऊस आला लगेच पूर पण आला पाऊस आला पूर आला नकली पूर नकली पाऊस वाहून गेलं
पिक्चरचं शूटिंग इथे झालंय बरं का.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical truck that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the trap. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created.
काय मजा येते ना टूरला? काय तुम्हाला मजा येते का? टूरची मजा घेताय ना तुम्ही? टूरची मजा घेताय का तुम्ही? स्टुडिओ टूरची मजा घेताय का तुम्ही? मूवीमध्ये कसं दाखवतात आपल्याला ते खरं खरं वाटतं ना, ते काही खरं नसतं. स्टुडिओ हे काय इंडस्ट्री स्टुडिओ आहे. स्टुडिओ कसं वाटतं स्टुडिओ तुम्हाला? मजा येते ना स्टुडिओ टूरची तुम्हाला?
On right now is named Steven Spielberg Drive because he started his career out here at Universal. He continues to work with us a lot to this day, and here's a little bit more on his origin story here from him.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. This was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom. And when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left. And then I had the entire lot to myself that day. In those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on location, but most of us focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
Well, we're about to turn into an area Spielberg kind of does own. The plane crash site from his War of the Worlds starring Tom Cruise. You see over here to your left, we're going right through it. This is what remains of the neighborhood where Tom Cruise heads out for film. And the plane is a real 747 airplane.
The Boeing 747 is real.
हे बघा पिक्चर मध्ये दाखवतात की विमानाने जाताना.
And for them to sit down and talk about the world. Well, I thought, what if the 747 goes down, right? Because it's just something you see.
And now to your right, we're next to one of the oldest sets still standing in Hollywood today. This is the original Psycho house from Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller Psycho.
ह्या पिक्चरचं ते घर आहे, ते घर आहे ह्या पिक्चर मधलं. The picture the black and white was
just a second. Down on your left, down at the bottom of this hill, you will see the Bates Motel as well.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
tour, we were on the front lot driving by the bungalows. There was one very important bungalow. If you were looking, you probably noticed it because it has Hitchcock's portrait on it. Bungalow 5195. It used to be his bungalow for a while. It was offered to Steven Spielberg when Spielberg started working here, but he did not want to take it.
Lou said if you move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director.
I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror. The Birds, that was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo. One of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
And up next is our official scale replica of one of LA's, actually LA's most iconic landmark, the Hollywood sign. We're celebrating our 60th. They are celebrating their centennial year. Now, for the first few decades of the studio tour, one of our hallmarks was a visit to Prop Plaza for guests to see art and got to interact and walk around with some of their favorite stuff from some of their favorite productions. But just for our 60th, we have temporarily brought that back. So we're going to come to a stop down here in front of the Bates Motel. They're going to let you off. You don't have to get off if you don't want to. Either way, you will finish the end of the tour, so don't worry about missing out on anything. But if you get off, make sure you take everything with you, including your 3D glasses, because you might not be getting back on this exact same tram. You might get on a different tram with a different tour guide. So there are a lot of different photo opportunities you can do both on this side of the Bates Motel and on the other side. On the other side, there is a big Jaws shark you can stick your head in. There's a big King Kong hand. There's some virtual reality stuff you can see on your screens. On this side, you can also tour the Glamour Tram. That's kind of the start of the line. That's an original Alright everybody, they're going to start opening up these gates. Everyone who stayed on, just make sure you scoot on it.
तुम्हाला पाहिजे तर तुम्ही या ठिकाणी ब्रेक घेऊ शकता. तुम्ही या ठिकाणी उतरू शकता. शूटिंग घेतलेले घरं जाऊन पाहू शकता किंवा तेथे गाईड आहेत म्हणजे इन्फॉर्मेशन देणारे त्यांना तुम्ही इन्फॉर्मेशन विचारू शकता फिल्म इंडस्ट्रीबद्दल वगैरे. तर नील आणि धीरज यांना काही उतरण्यात इंटरेस्ट नाही, काय बघायचं म्हणाले. तर आम्ही ट्राममध्येच बसलेलो आहोत आणि तुम्ही उतरून सगळं तुमचं फिरून झाल्यानंतर तुम्ही नंतरच्या ट्राममध्ये परत जाऊ शकता. तर आमच्या ट्राममधनं काही कोणी उतरलेलं दिसत नाही.
Over there, look into the winking room and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. Smack in the center of Palm Springs. Welcome to the world of no.
Studio where we once had an attraction called the Doomed Glacier Expedition, better known as the Ice Tunnel, featured in an episode of The $6 Million Man starring Lee Majors with Andre the Giant Bigfoot. The train would climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet. The only way back to the theme park was through the ice tunnel where the slightest sound could trigger an avalanche, and it always did, causing the walls to spin and the guests to tilt along with the Hollywood special effects. Here's what's here now. What's going on?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought.
What?
What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service, and as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm in charge. You all. Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high witness from the Federal Protection Program reported to you. Two, international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw.
You don't need to put on any reading glasses yet, but have it ready to just be prepared, remain seated while awaiting further instruction.
Name is Roman Pierce. Nice to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you Shaw for a while. Brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you. But to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones.
Turn off cell phone.
One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Pierce, Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Bill?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, let's back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. It was on vibrate. Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold it forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
You were in trouble, get traced by Shaw. You do need to put on your 3D glasses now. We're gonna head out incognito in this parking garage.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried! This is our turn. After them! Okay guys, it's showtime! Come to the left! Roman, Letty, hook him up! Now we're moving.
where it all began for Universal Destinations and Experiences. From 2 glamour trams, we developed into so much more. And who is so much and millions of guests every year. Universal Epic Universe opening in 2025. The best part of this video is today you can download the official Universal Studios
Web 3D glasses. काय कसं वाटलं तुम्हाला? आवडलं का?
3D glasses. Make sure you don't throw your real glasses in there. People do that all the time by mistake. And on behalf of everyone at Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you've enjoyed this behind the scenes. It's been 60 years in the making, and as we say here in Hollywood.
मला तितके चटके बसतात हे बघा या साईडने हात भाजतोय अक्षरशः या ट्राममध्ये. आणि आता 3D ग्लासेस काढूया आपण. बघून घातले भयंकर कडक ऊन आहे. भयंकर चटके बसतात अक्षरशः चटके बसतात. चला पोचलो झाली. चला टूर झाली. आला स्टॉप आला आपला. चला उतरूया. चला निलू चला.
As I say here in Hollywood, that's not the espresso. Oh, that's a wrap.
कडक ऊन आहे. माय गॉड. चला नीलूला विचारू आपण कसा वाटला टूर. स्टुडिओ टूर कसा वाटला नीलूला विचारू. कसा वाटला?
खूप छान.
आवडला?
हो.
स्टुडिओ टूर अशी बनवतात मुही पाहिलं का? नकली पाऊस नकली सगळं हो की नाही. आणि तुम्हाला कसं वाटलं सगळ्यांना स्टुडिओ टूर नक्की सांगा.